Hi guys, how we doing out there? I just want to welcome you back. I know at this point, I believe you guys have commented on the word that you would spell using the finger spelling chart. I'm pulling up Katie's here, so I'm giving Katie a little shout out. She used the word peace. So I borrowed Katie's word since then, and I wanted to just share with you that if you didn't already post to me the word you'd wish to spell to get the credit, which was a simple 5 points, you can still do that. I'll be more than happy to give you those points back. But important information now, and this is a little bit of a comment to Brielle because she actually posted, and if I can just show you, she did the assignment, more or less. And if I pop up here, you'll notice that now you're seeing, I think, a black square. A very slow internet service in my basement, so it does take a few minutes, but here she is. So what Brielle sent to me was actually her word, wait, how do you? Stop that. Her word spelt out. So I know if I move I can't really see it, but she spelt it vertically, and you can see all of her hand shapes. So that's kind of the goal. That's the hope for this. The reason why we're kind of closing out our hand practice. And I thought a really cool way would be try this out. You have a chart now as one of your references on the classroom assignments that gives you all of the letters. Practice them yourself. If you're spelling your name, it'd be kind of cool to know how to do that at any time. You know, it's a different way to communicate. So anyway, in the artistic way, let's do something more with this. So I appreciate what Brielle did, but I want you to elevate it a bit more. And why I want you to do that is because you're in a studio art class and that's what we're doing. This is the stuff I want to see you push yourself to do. You don't need me to do this stuff. This is me guiding you to a place where I tell you to use hands to draw in the shape of a letter. That letter is going to spell a word. That word is going to connect to you in some way. So playing around with this, I took it upon myself while I've been doing lots of things. I borrowed Katie's word. Now, this is not a masterpiece, but I chose to borrow Brielle's idea of stacking my letters vertically. And I really like that use of space because I had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. Now you need to decide for yourself, how many letters do I have? And how can I use the space of the page that I have here? It might work best to hold it horizontally. And you want to spell it kind of left to right. Totally fine. You'll also note, and I didn't finish this completely, but I added a little bit to this. Now I only used pencil and then I went over it with pen. So I tried to use the basic essential materials that you might easily have at home. And I went as far as coloring inside a peace sign around it. Now I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not making Katie do this because she chose the word peace. But now you can start to think about how, in fact, I can add to this. Now you might notice I started another peace sign, so I was going to make another peace sign within the space, and I was going to play around with that. So there's more to come, but this is kind of the starting point for you guys to start to think to yourselves, well, if my word is baseball, well, then I'm really going to try to communicate the word by the finger spelling. And maybe there might be an interesting element that I can also bring in that unifies it. It's not just off to the side in the corner like, oh yeah, there's a peace sign, we get it. But it gives you a little bit more insight to the word you spelled. So it's taking Brielle's effort, which was amazing, and just taking it one step more. And you have the ability to add color if you choose. You have whatever is at your disposal is what I want you to use. Now, as far as using your space, I'm going to just take a moment before we close this video just to kind of give you a sense of, oh, I'm making a Elmo fireman for my nephew's birthday. So there you go. But anyway, for you, let's say the word was baseball. Wink, wink, Matt, that's for you. Now, if I wanted to think about, that's a lot of letters. Okay, that's a little bit more thought about space, and I might have to reduce the size of my hands so that I can fit it on a page that might be notebook size, like a sketchbook. Now, as far as baseball is concerned, well, I can have some fun with that and figure out, well, if I wanted to, I'm immediately thinking of the shape of a baseball diamond. Well, what if I created that pathway for myself right away? And not the best diamond, it's a little lopsided. But now I have the opportunity to use this space, and maybe I decide to see how that works. And I'm just off the top of my head right now. Before I even think about the finger spelling and drawing these hands and these shapes, I'm gonna draw it out like this and actually spell the actual word and say, you know what, I now have this. Now I'm using pen because I want you to be able to see from where you are out there, but say you started with pencil. I could take away that diamond and now I have it, I can work inside that space, whatever I want to do. So this is my step one. I'm figuring it out here. Then after I do this, I would then go to a different page. And now I might say to myself, okay, I'm gonna do it for real here, but I'm gonna go back to this baseball. I might realize, and now I'm not total, used to be, well, I do play softball, but who knows if that's gonna happen this summer. But anyway, hopefully it will. There we go. So now I can have a little bit of fun and add some elements into my actual picture. This is suggesting a baseball field. I'm not drawing anything exotic. I'm not going out of my way to make this more difficult for myself. But now I have the essence of the finger spelling, and I also broke it into 2 sections, 4 letters, maybe to give me a little bit more space there. You don't have to do it this way. There's no right answer. So you could decide, I want to take my page and I'm going to just make a pathway. Well, here's my pathway, and now I'm going to write my words inside of here. So let's just say my word was Kayla. Well, there she is. Now I know what kind of space I have, and I can then on my next page say, okay, I want to stay with that, but maybe just as I start to think about being a little bit more artsy and fun, I can make a design. I can have a little fun with that pathway by adding a little bit more to it. So again, I'm being very simple with this, but yet giving it a little bit more excitement. Colored pencils, regular pens, Sharpies if you got them. You do what you think would be best for you for this assignment. Because again, your composition is solely based on how well did you really show me the formations of those letters, and how does it connect to the word itself? Is there more within my composition on that page that is going to connect to the word I have? Viola. There she is. So I'm going to continue working on this. I'm probably going to take a picture of this and just post it on the classroom so you can see for yourself what's available, and how it can really take yourself beyond just the basic. And that's how the grade is going to be created. We're all out there doing the best we can right now. Your effort is essential. Just like social distancing and washing your hands and all the ridiculous, unbelievable stuff we've been hearing over and over again, even though washing your hands isn't really ridiculous, it's kind of a totally essential and everyday thing. But the reality is, you guys do the effort, it's available for me to see it, and your grade will definitely be able to connect to that. I'm not looking for perfection, I'm looking for effort, always. Elevate your work and give yourself a chance to do a little bit more than you've done the day before. Don't start this the day before it's due. Give yourself 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day for maybe a total of 3 days in a row, like you were in class. Give yourself that, budget your time. It's all a chance for you to be better. Okay, so try it out, have some fun, and hopefully I'll see your work soon.